ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XWF Aftershock. We're going to have a look at what we got lined up tonight, but first of all, I just want to talk to you guys about our upcoming pay-per-view, Warpath. We've had some great pay-per-views since the XWF started, and I'm sure Warpath is going to be no different, with a blockbuster main event, which we'll look at in a minute. But we have also got another match confirmed for the night, and we're going to look at that first. So here it is. It's the Tag Division Championships on the line. The Hardcore Hate Crew defend against T-Unit. They've had the belts for a long time. Can T-Unit find a way to win the belts? And then a main event. Legend versus Legend in the first ever Hell in the Cell match that we've ever had here in the XWF. World Championship on the line. Dr. Khan, Lord Lore. Can't tell you how excited I am about that match. Two legends collide. Everything's going to go down. I'm looking forward to it. But this is what we got lined up tonight. We got a wild card match. Juan Barraza, a new addition to the roster. His first match was last week against Valgarez, and he goes against the Dog tonight in the wild card. And then a match which was announced on Shockwave last week. Matt King defends the No Holds Barred Championship against the lethal Ken Tarrif. And as usual, what you normally find here on Aftershock, a Cut Your Teeth challenge. Anyone from any federation can come to the XWF and challenge one of our roster members. And then our main event, I didn't even know this was booked. Freaking Big D versus Valgarez. Holy shit. Stuff is going to go down in that match. They're two big men, and they love to just throw people around the ring. I'm looking forward to seeing, how they accommodate for wrestling against someone as big as they are. We'll find out, but we're starting the show now straight off with the Dog making his way down to the ring. Legend. I love the Dog. He's never been the greatest wrestler, but he's a great man. And I'm just trying to see what it says on his freaking T-shirt or his vest. It says, what does it say? What does it freaking say? He's dancing around. The cameraman won't get in the freaking view. I can't see what it says. Oh my God! I just want to see what it says on his freaking shirt. The cameraman's all over the place. He's more stoned than the Dog. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it says anyone for Doggy. I'm not saying that's anything rude. I don't know. That's just what he wanted on his shirt. All the kids at home, it's nothing bad. I promise you. It's just, for God's sake, man. I love the Dog. I just think he's genius. I've said it many times. He's probably not the best role model for the kids, but the kids just seem to love him. I just don't get it. But, he's never been the greatest wrestler, but he always gives it a good shot. And I'm not going to lie, I think the Dog ain't that bad in the ring. He's got some good moves on him. I think he's just been a bit unlucky in his career in the XWF. But at the end of the day, he entertains the fans, and that's the main thing in my books, So, yeah, the Dog going against Juan Barraza. I'm interested to see it. Juan Barraza, last week, he went against Valgarez. He put on a great freaking show. There's no doubt about it. Here he comes, the man. He's a big guy. And the fans seem to be sort of warming to him after last week. As I said, he went against Valgarez, the man that is undefeated here on Aftershock. And Juan Barraza, he held his weight. There's no doubt about it. He held his weight. He put Valgarez to a really strong battle, to a really hard-fought battle. But at the end, Valgarez did come out on top using the Valgarez Express. But, I think Juan Barraza's got a lot of momentum coming out of that match, despite the loss. And I'm thinking, if he wins tonight, he's going to keep that momentum. As I said, the fans are sort of warming to him, which is unusual. It's new roster members. They're normally harder to warm to grow to until you see more of their ring action, and maybe if they're, wrestling someone the fans don't like John Burroughs. He was wrestling T-Unit. The fans got behind him on that. But, I think Juan Barraza, he's got a lot to show. He's got a lot to give in the ring, and I'm interested to see this match. So, let's see how it goes. The Dog's taking his vest off. Barraza's taking his bandana off. And, the ref rings the bell, so let's get this ball rolling. And these two men locking horns now. Who's the stronger man? Barraza overpowering the Dog. A massive clothesline. Oh my God, taking the Dog off his freaking feet. Lifting the Dog up. No rest for the wicked. Another clothesline there from Juan Barraza. Using his overbearing strength on the Dog with these massive clotheslines. The Dog blocks a punch. Throws a punch back of himself. Look at this. Goes for a kick. Barraza, oh my God, another massive clothesline. The Dog went for a mid-kick. Barraza held the leg and just took his head off with a right arm. And now a side headlock from Barraza. Throwing the arm over. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful vertical suplex, crushing the dog down onto the mat. Barraza for the cover. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. A kick out just before the 3 by the dog. Near fall there early on. Barraza using a headlock on the dog. Slipping behind the dog. The dog went for a clothesline. Backside slam there from Barraza. Crushing the dog down with extreme force. Barraza, he's very powerful with his maneuvers. Look at this, bouncing the dog through. Oh, the dog ducks! The dog ducks and uppercuts Barraza in the chin and a spinning elbow there. The dog, he's going for it. He's getting the fence in. He ain't gonna pussy out. Look at this. Jumps over the top rope. Pulls Barraza down and slingshots him back in the ring. I love seeing the dog, He's got a lot of heart and soul. You gotta give it to him. He's on the top rope now. Look at this. The dog, jumping leg lariat to Barraza, knocking him off his feet. Nice move. Side headlock. The dog stand on the attack. Caught Barraza by surprise. Oh, but Barraza turns it into a knee to the stomach. The dog, I'm going to give it to him. That was a beautiful leg lariat there, but Barraza, he's recovered quickly. Now he's just using shoulder thrusts in the corner to just barrage the ribs of the dog, and now he's just stomping on him, using his knee to choke out the oxygen from his lungs. The dog's not looking in a good place now, and Barraza grabs the dog. Look at this strong Irish whip, bounces him off the rope. Oh my god, Barraza off the shoulder, massive spine buster with horrific force. The dog is decimated on the floor. Oh my god, Barraza is torning him up. This is not looking good for the dog. Can the dog find a way out of it? Can the dog find a way out? Oh, the dog with a shoulder block. Off the ropes, another shoulder block to Barraza. The dog is going, Barraza with a sit-down hip toss. Slamming the dog to the mat, and now Barraza is torning him up. Torning the dog up. The dog is stunned. He doesn't know where he is. What the hell, Barraza's put him in? Oh my god. I've heard about this. The fabled special move from Barraza. Look at this, the border throw. Oh my god, he slams him down. He slams the dog down with horrific force for the cover. That's 1, 2, 3, and I thought it was over as soon as I saw the dog receive that move. Absolutely horrific special move. But a very impressive win there for Barraza. We got a replay here. Look, he just puts him up into a powerbomb position. Grabs him by the arms. And we hear he calls this move the border throw. Look at that, he just slams him down. The dog totally decimated from that move. And as I said, a very interesting and great win there for Barraza. And he celebrates. The fans are definitely interested, definitely showing interest in Barraza. I'd like to see what he can do against dare I say it, a more versatile enemy. Maybe somewhere down the line we get to see him go against a bigger name, maybe next show. But we'll see what happens anyway. Well, we're backstage now here in the parking lot. The limo has arrived. I wonder who it could be. Oh, it's Mike Jacobs, the internet champion. Obviously, he's got to be on the show tonight because anyone can call him out. That's the Aftershock rules. If anyone calls out the internet champion on Aftershock, they have to accept the challenge and put the belt on the line. So Mike Jacobs isn't scared. He's turned up. Now we're backstage here. Tommy T. Thomas and Damage. And Tommy T. Thomas says, Damage, I'm glad you made it. Take it you got my message. And Damage says, yeah, I did, Tommy T. Thomas. How come you wanted me present on Aftershock? And Tommy T. Thomas says, well, there's something I've planned that I figured you'd be the best man for the job. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is. Here's the plan. Listen up. Well, what is the plan then? I want to hear it. Oh my freaking god. Classic Tommy T. Thomas. Fade to freaking black mid-plan. For God's sake. Never freaking hear it. He's always got something rolled up his sleeves. But we're moving on either way to No Holds Barred Championship match here. This was announced last week on Shockwave. Matt King hasn't defended the belt last week, so Tommy T. Thomas booked him in a match tonight against the Lethal Ken Tarrif. So, both great hardcore wrestlers. They've had a brilliant match a few shows back, actually. I really enjoyed that match. And I'm hoping to see if they can, capture that magic that they had last match and give it another one tonight. The fans are definitely interested. This is a big match for Aftershock, actually. No Holds Barred Championship on the line. That's not something we see often on an Aftershock. And also Ken Tarrif and Matt King, 2 reasonably big names in the hardcore scene. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, especially as a second match here on Aftershock. That's definitely some star power injecting into the fans. They're going to be enjoying it. But Matt King now making his way down to the ring, wearing that No Holds Barred Championship. And there's no denying Matt King. I don't like the guy. I don't like Tommy T. Thomas and his band of merry men. But what I will say, there's no denying Matt King is one of the greatest hardcore wrestlers, No Holds Barred wrestlers, street fighters, whatever you want to call them. He's one of the best of this generation, without a doubt. He puts his body on the line. He takes bumps like no other, and he always comes back for more. And, there's a reason he's been hardcore champion in many federations in the past. Obviously, his most memorable run was in the XWA, where, Tommy T. Thomas brought him in from. But, he's come in here, he's won the No Holds Barred Championship, and he's kept his mitts on it for a long time here in the XWF. So, as much as I don't like the guy, you gotta have respect for him. But, I'm interested to see if Ken Tarrif can strip that belt off him, because Ken Tarrif is a one-time hardcore champion in a previous federation, and he is also a one-time No Holds Barred champion here in the XWF, not to mention the multiple other No Holds Barred and Street Fight championships that he's had in previous federations and training grounds. But the referee's the bell, so these two men are locking horns. Who's the stronger man in this No Holds Barred championship match? Matt King goes for a headlock and punch. Tarrif pushes him away. They're locking horns again. Who's the stronger man? This time, Tarrif wins with a side headlock, goes for an uppercut. Matt King spins, turns into a forearm smash. These two men really work well off each other, using reversals. Look at this. Matt King draws Tarrif in for a side headlock. Tarrif pulls him out, draws him into a side headlock of his own. Just stretching the neck here. Count him for a European uppercut, and he clocks him right on the jaw. Punching Matt King into the corner. Ken Tarrif just targeting punches to the forehead there. Great way to wear your opponent down at the start of a match. Throws him into the corner and a dropkick right in the chest cavity. Another dropkick in the sitting down position. Impressive combination there from Tarrif. If he can stay on the attack here, he might have a good chance on becoming the No Holds Barred champion. A beautiful scoop slam on Matt King, delivered with precision, and then dropping an elbow into the chest again. Seems Tarrif is aiming his attacks at the chest to really knock the air out of Matt King. Matt King retaliating with a punch to the head, and a combination of punches here onto the ropes. Oh, Ken Tarrif throws him over the top rope. Matt King holds on. Ken Tarrif punches him off right in the jawline. Matt King trying to get up to his feet. Oh, wait, what's Ken Tarrif got planned? Look at this. Hobo the top rope, straight down onto the mat. Beautiful bowling cross body there. Right into the chest of Matt King and knocking him to the ground. Tarrif really staying on the attack. Judo arm throw there. Nice maneuver. Ken Tarrif getting really good offense in. Already got a bulldog onto the outside. There's definitely a heart and soul in the offense of Ken Tarrif, but Matt King shuts him down by throwing him into the steel stairs there. And now Matt King, look at this, grabbing the knee and just slamming the knee onto the outside with vicious tenacity, working on the leg there. A lot of Ken Tarrif's offense, his kicks, his special move, all come from the knees. And working on there again with a shin breaker is a great concept for Matt King to try. Great strategy. Look at this, just choking Ken Tarrif over the apron. Vicious from Matt King. No holds barred, it's allowed. The ref can't stop it. Matt King under the ring. What's he got? He's got a freaking steel chair. Rolling into the ring now. Tarrif's still stunned. Matt King throws it, just kicks it right into the face of Ken Tarrif. Unbelievable. Tarrif crumbled to the mat. This could be over. That's one. That's two. That's three. A kick out just before the three by Ken Tarrif. It's not enough. It's not enough to keep him down when the No Holds Barred championship is on the line. But Matt King staying on the attack, a judo arm toss of his own. Tarrif getting up to his feet. But Matt King using a side headlock. Look at this. STO slammed down. Crushing blow there. Matt King's grabbed the chair. Ken Tarrif up to his feet and a headshot with that chair. It almost dented to the shape of his freaking skull. And now Matt King's setting it up in between the top and middle rope. This is not looking good for Ken Tarrif. Matt King using an Irish whip. Throws Ken Tarrif face first into the chair. It goes flying out the ring. Ken Tarrif's in a bad way. Matt King going for the cover. That's one. That's two. That's three. A kick out again by Ken Tarrif. The guy wants the No Holds Barred champion. A crescent moon kick there from Matt King. I was saying, Ken Tarrif wants that belt. You can feel the passion. He is not going to stay down unless there is no physical way he can get up. And a bicycle kick from Matt King. And now just holding Ken Tarrif's legs open and kicking him just below the belt. A vicious move. And Matt King, once he got planned, he throws the arm over into a suplex position. Holding Ken Tarrif and dropping him down face first onto the mat with that suplex face buster. One of Matt King's signature moves. That's one. That's two. That's three. A kick out again by Ken Tarrif. Pulling out all the stops. Matt King, he's giving it like no other. But Ken Tarrif is resilient. He is resilient. Matt King pushes him away. And again, another crescent kick. Almost taking the freaking head off of Ken Tarrif. Absolutely brutal. And a clothesline there from Matt King, who's definitely taking control of this match in the later half. And another clothesline there from Matt King. And what's Matt King planning now? He kicks Ken Tarrif down. Look at this. Jumping sit down face buster. Beautifully executed. Ken Tarrif holding his head. King for the cover. That's one. That's two. And a kick out again by Ken Tarrif. He will not stay down. What does Matt King got to do? He throws Ken Tarrif over the ropes there. Ken Tarrif holds on, pulls Matt King's head down onto the rope, and Ken Tarrif dropping out, searching under the ring now. He's looking for a weapon. What's he going to find? He's got a freaking kendo stick, ladies and gentlemen. Rolls in, he grabs Matt King. Look at this, wraps around his neck. Russian leg sweep with the kendo stick. Very, very ruthless, but very innovative is Ken Tarrif, and now just whipping him with the kendo stick viciously across the stomach and knees. Matt King trying to get up to his feet, but Ken Tarrif staying on the attack. Matt King for a clothesline. Ken Tarrif, oh my God, roundhouse to the jaw, signature kick, and Ken Tarrif is torning Matt King up for a terrific kick. Matt King grabbed the kendo stick, and he just cracked him right in between the eyes. Ken Tarrif thought he was in control there, torning him up, but as Matt King got up, he grabbed the kendo stick and just crushed him in between the eyes with great force. Matt King, Ken Tarrif, kick to the stomach. Matt King didn't see it come in. Ken Tarrif bounces him off the ropes, drops off there. Beautiful. And now, an enziguri out of nowhere. Matt King just cutting Ken Tarrif's offense off. Razor-sharp reflexes, turning Ken Tarrif up. Matt King kicks him down, locks him in. Serenity, serenity, and he nails it on Ken Tarrif. This is over, ladies and gentlemen. Matt King gets the leg hooked. That's one. That's two. That's three. Matt King retains the No Holds Barred Championship here tonight on Aftershock. An impressive match. You know, these two have great chemistry in the ring. They really went at each other. But on the night, look at this. Ken Tarrif just launching a string of offense, and Matt King just caught him out of nowhere with an enziguri, torn him up, and just hit Serenity on him, crushing force. Great special move, a move which has kept many men down in the past. And Ken Tarrif is not an exception to that rule. And that was the end of it. So Matt King retains the title. A great match here tonight on Aftershock. You know, I wouldn't mind if we had the No Holds Barred title defended more often on here. You know, I think that was a great match. As I said before, there's no denying Matt King's a great hardcore wrestler. He put on a great show there. But you know me, I give credit where credit is due. And I think Ken Tarrif went out on a limb. I think he put a lot of effort into that match, and I think he deserves another shot somewhere down the line. And wait a minute, Junction's music, he's coming out on the stage. The man that Matt King put through a vending machine a few shows back. Matt King's not impressed during his celebration, and Junction says, hate to interrupt your little celebration there, King, but I've got something that I want to say. You saw it fit to put me through a vending machine? Well, I saw it fit to come down and kick your ass all over that ring right now. Junction doesn't seem happy. And Junction says, but then I changed my mind. Why do it now when I can do it at Warpath? Junction putting out a challenge? And Junction says, you think you're so hardcore, Matt King? Me and you, head-to-head, one-on-one for that No Holds Barred title. See you at Warpath, bitch. Unless you're gonna chicken out. Oh, Matt King is not looking happy. Matt King is not looking happy, but I know Matt King, and he will not turn down a challenge. He will not turn down a challenge, and Junction leaves. The fans cheering. They're on their feet for Junction. You know, I think they definitely want to see that match, but we're going to have to wait for an official word from Matt King to see if he accepts the challenge. You know, I put good money that he will accept it. He ain't going to be showed up like Junction like that without, you know, wanting to get a retaliation on it. But, I've been asked to give you guys a little health update on Falcon from the Birds of Prey. He is officially medically cleared for in-ring action again. You know, he took an attack from one of Tommy T. Thomas's XWA guys known as Static. Came in the ring, hit Falcon in the back of the head for no reason with a steel chair. Falcon suffered a minor concussion. He was written off the show for a couple of weeks, but it's official. He is clear to wrestle now when he's ready, which is great. And Nightmare backstage now. And Nightmare says, alright, I have something I want to say. Last week, someone attacked me after my match. That someone now has a target on their back. I think we all know who Nightmare's talking about here. And Nightmare says, that someone is Crow. Let me tell you now, Crow, you made a mistake last week. Blindsiding me like a little bitch. Well, let me tell you this, Crow. There will be no blindsiding next time. Nightmare doesn't seem happy. And Nightmare says, I'm putting out a challenge. Warpath. Me and you step in the ring, head-to-head, one-on-one. And you'll find out that all this split personality, shattered dreams crap that you moan about means nothing compared to a Nightmare. Whoa, Nightmare versus freaking Crow. That's got to happen. It's got to happen. I want to see it. You know, again, I don't think Crow's the sort of guy that's going to turn down a challenge, but I guess we got to wait for an official word. What the hell? That's Mike Jacobs' music. What's going on? Why's Mike Jacobs coming out? The idea is, on Aftershock, anyone can come down to the ring, call out the Internet Champion, and they get a title shot there and then. The Internet Champion has to put their belt on the line. There's no declining it. That's one of the clauses in your contract if you're the Internet Champion. But, you know, we're only 21 minutes into the show. No one's come down to, you know, take a title shot yet, so no idea why Mike the Viper Jacobs is making his way down to the ring. You know, what, is he impatient because he hasn't had a freaking match yet? Knowing Mike Jacobs, that's probably the reason as well, you know. This is a man that runs his own freaking wrestling school. His own wrestling school. You know, and he's very picky about students. He only got one student in his school, and that's Dave Crater, a guy which we do have on our roster. He's a great talent as well. You know, Mike Jacobs runs the Masters of Professional Wrestling School with his tag team partner, Steve Connor, who we had a match against last week on our 25th show, and it was a great match. Mike Jacobs came out on top, and it's matches like that that are really adding credibility to the belt. That is the goal that Mike Jacobs had in plan when he got the belt, when he went after the belt, and, you know, I definitely think it's succeeded so far. And Mike Jacobs torn into the fans, you know, he's looking pumped, he's ready for a match. Well, I just don't get why he's come out here now. He's not even been challenged, and he's walking over now, he's asking, what's he saying? What's he saying? He wants a freaking microphone. Oh, God, here we go, he's gonna start running his mouth again. Alright, let's listen up, see what he's got to say. Mike Jacobs says, okay, I just want to say something. Every Aftershock, anyone from roster can come out and call out the Internet Champion. They can have a title shot at the click of their fingers. Yet so far tonight, no one has called me out. Well, let me tell you something, all you Aftershock guys out the back. The reason you're stuck on this low-budget show in front of fans that simply couldn't afford tickets for Shockwave is because you have no get up and go. I'm here. I'm waiting. I'm ready. Someone come out here and let's rock and roll. Mike Jacobs is just saying he wants someone to come out from the back now and give him a shot. Look, he's waiting. He's ready. And what? Wait, what the hell? Freaking John Burroughs. John Burroughs. You know, he's a reasonably new guy here in the XWF. He's only wrestled a couple of Aftershock matches, and, you know, they were only sort of low-tier matches against the likes of T-Unit. But John Burroughs is taking a shot at Mike Jacobs for the Internet Championship right now, here tonight on Aftershock. You know, John Burroughs, not known as one of the most technical wrestlers going. If anything, he's just a bit of a roughneck brawler. You know, I don't know how his style is gonna stand up against the likes of Mike the Viper Jacobs, one of the greatest technical wrestlers in the world today, let alone just the XWF. But John Burroughs has got no fear in his eyes. He's coming out. Mike Jacobs got a little smile because he knows that John Burroughs ain't a technical wrestler. I think Mike Jacobs thinks this is going to be a bit of a walk in the park, but John Burroughs, he's looking hyped. Fans are getting behind him. Look, John Burroughs, he's fucking going crazy. He's going crazy. You know, this could make John Burroughs here tonight if he was to win that belt, you know, out of nowhere. But Mike Jacobs, he's ready. The referee rings the bell. Here we go. Mike Jacobs going straight in for the technicality with an armbar here. Look, pulls Burroughs in. Again, Burroughs has no defense against this sort of technical wrestling. Mike Jacobs slips behind him, pushes him away, almost taking the piss at Burroughs. What the hell? Left hook! Out of nowhere, Burroughs just clipped him right in the jaw for the cover. That's one. That's two. That's three. Oh, Mike Jacobs only just kicks out in the last millisecond. Didn't expect that from John Burroughs. The strongest left hook you've ever seen in your life. And now Burroughs with a side headlock. I think he caught Mike Jacobs totally by surprise. Bounces him off the ropes. Luthez press here. Just hammering the head of Mike Jacobs with these concussive blows. You know, Mike Jacobs, he did not see that coming, and Burroughs stand on the attack. Look at this. Just lifting him up a stomach buster. That's about as far as the moveset of John Burroughs goes when it comes down to wrestling. But like I said, he's a hard man. He ain't going to give up. He wanted to come down and shut Mike Jacobs up, and that's what he's planning on doing. And Mike Jacobs with a clothesline. This is where Mike Jacobs is most dangerous, once he's got it going. Once he's got the momentum going. Look at this spinning backdrop there on John Burroughs. You know, Burroughs ain't a technical wrestler, and Mike Jacobs can run rings around the best of them. Look at this. Slips behind him, punches him in the head, runs in bulldog. Oh, my God. Vicious move. You know, Burrows had a great start. Once Mike Jacobs gets the ball rolling, there ain't much you can do to stop the guy. Mike Jacobs staying on the attack. Irish whipping Burrows into the corner, going for a shoulder block. Burrows moves and just runs in and just punches Mike Jacobs as he's sitting down. Vicious elbow to the back of the head there. You know, Burrows is relentless when it comes down to these striking attacks. Look at him going for a headlock there, but Mike Jacobs instantly found an opening. You know, Burrows don't try and out wrestle the guy. It's a weakness, and there's another clothesline there from Mike Jacobs. You know, Mike Jacobs will always find a keyhole. He'll always find a mistake in your offense, and he will turn it against you. He will turn it against you like no other. And look at this. Oh, and he just trips him over. The scissor sweep and a slap to the back of the head. Burrows getting up to his feet. Mike Jacobs grabs him from the back and a sleeper slam hold there. Great move. And Mike Jacobs staying on the attack, picking Burrows up to his feet before he can even get up himself. And Mike Jacobs twisting the arm. Look at that, dropping him down. And now Mike Jacobs just grabbing the head and just bludgeoning the head into the mat. Vicious strike and attack there from Mike Jacobs. Giving Burrows a bit of his own offense, bouncing him off the rope. Burrows with a Luthez press again. Just throwing loads of punches. There ain't no stopping him. Look at bashing right in the face of Mike Jacobs. Burrows absolutely relentless. And again, look at these sort of gorilla-style punches to the ground. And John Burrows picking Mike Jacobs up, slips under his arm, a waist lock of his own. And look at this, John Burrows, a massive backdrop, totally undisciplined, dropping Mike Jacobs on his freaking head. Leg hook, that's one. That's two, and a kick out on two by Mike Jacobs. Not enough to keep the internet champion down. But John Burrows staying relentless. Look at that, a European uppercut, feign style. Picking him up again. Once John Burrows got, I think he went for the same move. Mike Jacobs turned into an Irish whip of his own and a hip toss. You know, Mike Jacobs found a weakness again. Like I said, he will find one and he will exploit it till the heavens come down. And nice elbows to the shoulder there as Mike Jacobs picking Burrows up. Look at this, turns the arm inside out. Elbow to the chest. Massive spinning Russian leg sweep whilst holding the arm for extra damage. You know, Mike Jacobs is relentless in his attack here. Snap suplex on John Burrows, crushing him down to the mat. Mike Jacobs picks him up to his feet again. Look at this, arm under, arm over, and another snap suplex there from Mike Jacobs, totally ruining the back and spine of John Burrows. And Mike Jacobs again, arm over, going for the suplex, vertical power. John Burrows kneed him in the top of the head. John Burrows freaking kneed him. What the hell? He should put Mike Jacobs down in between his legs. Look at this, powerbomb position. John Burrows, a sit-down powerbomb. Unbelievable. Decimating Mike Jacobs, and John Burrows torning him up. What has John Burrows got planned? Mike Jacobs doesn't know where he is. Oh, he turns around, forearm smash. Mike Jacobs runs in a clothesline on John Burrows. John Burrows is up to his feet. Mike Jacobs with that signature sit-down face buster, destroying John Burrows. Mike Jacobs picks Burrows up. Burrows goes for a clothesline. Mike Jacobs underneath. Ultimate German suplex and just drops John Burrows down with horrific amount of force. And Mike Jacobs is torning Burrows up. Burrows doesn't know where he is. The lights are on, but no one's home. He turns around, and Mike Jacobs grabs him, throws the arm under. Oh, he's locked it in. The Viperplex in the center of the ring. There is nowhere for the John Burrows to go. Mike Jacobs gets the leg hooked. That's one. That's two. That's three. Mike Jacobs retains the Internet Championship here again tonight on XWF Aftershock. A great match. You got to give it to John Burrows. You know, I think he gave it a great shot. I think he came out. He put it all on the line for a man that no one expected to come out. I've got respect for the guy. Certainly, I think he won some of the fans over. But unfortunately tonight, for John Burrows, Mike Jacobs was the better man again, and he retains the Internet Championship. Great match, great match. And wait a minute. Being told something in my ear. Let's check this out. The show order has changed. Big D and Valgrez will be next, and Cut Your Teeth will be the main event at the request of Tommy T. Thomas. What the hell is that about? And now we're backstage with Matt King. Matt King says, Junction, you little runt. You call me out, but just like I told you to your face, you're pathetic. And when I beat you at Warpath, because I'm accepting your challenge, I'll prove again that you're pathetic. You're going to need a miracle to even compete on the same level as me, because there's a reason they call me the Supernatural. And you'll be on the receiving end of that reason at Warpath. Alright, so that's an accepted challenge there. So we're looking at a new addition to the card for Warpath. Junction takes on Matt King for the No Holds Barred Championship. Very interesting. I'm looking forward to it. And we're backstage now. Yashi Auditori's caught up with Mike Jacobs. And Yashi says, Mike Jacobs, you're doing a great run with the internet title. What are your thoughts on your run currently? And Mike Jacobs says, my thoughts? I said I would bring credibility to this belt, and that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. You know, Warpath is coming up, and no one has stepped up to fight me. So as a fighting champion, I'm putting a challenge out for Warpath. My student, Dave Crater, you know you'll never be as good as your master. I taught you everything that you know, but you still had the nerve to stare me down last show. Well, you want to stare me down? Why don't you stare me in the eyes in the center of the ring at Warpath? Ho-ho! We're getting freaking challenges thrown out like cream cakes here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm hearing in my earpiece, Dave Crater's accepted already. That match is official. We're going to see student versus teacher, Dave Crater versus Mike the Viper Jacobs for the Internet Championship at Warpath. I cannot wait for that match. That is going to be amazing. Oh, Valgares now making his way down to the ring straight off. We're moving on to what was originally the main event, Vasquez Valgares versus Big D. For some reason, Tommy D. Thomas had to stick his frickin' nose in like he always does, and he had a little switch up at the card. He's moved our Cut Your Teeth Challenge, where a guy from any other roster, any other EFED, comes over to the XWF and challenges one of our members. You know, normally we have that towards the sort of last half of the show, but Tommy T. Thomas has moved that to the main event. So that's going to be our main event tonight, and the original main event, which is this, Vasquez Valgares versus Big D, has been moved down the card to now. I don't know what Tommy T. Thomas is doing. I don't know what he's got on his mind. I don't know what he's planning. Oh shit, Big D now. You know, every time his music plays, I do get scared. But getting back to the topic about Tommy T. Thomas, you know, I don't understand what he's doing. I don't know why he's moved Cut Your Teeth to the headline and slot of the show. You know, no offense to the Cut Your Teeth guys, but you know, it's an XWF show. We're fine. We're showcasing other rosters and other Feds wrestlers, but I don't think that should be the main event. You know, I'm not being harsh. I'm just being truthful. I think the main event should be two of the best wrestlers the XWF has to offer, or at least, you know, the two best wrestlers that we have available on the Aftershock roster currently here tonight, wrestling it out. I just think that should be the main event. And you know, Tommy T. Thomas, yes, he's a mastermind of wrestling. Yes, he ran the XWA back in 2007. Yes, the XWA was amazing. I'm not taking anything away from Tommy T. Thomas. I'm just saying, I think that's a very unusual decision for Tommy T. Thomas to make. Moving Cut Your Teeth to the headlining slot. You know, it's a lot of weight on the shoulders of whoever comes over from another federation as well. But, you know, tough, it's happening. So, Big D versus Vasquez Valgares coming up now. Let's talk about the guys that are in the ring right now. Vasquez Valgares, also known as Mr. Aftershock. You know, ever since he's debuted on Aftershock, he has not lost a match. He has dominated the competition. Big D, one of the biggest guys in the XWF, and you don't realize how big he is until he stands next to Vasquez Valgares. You know, Valgares makes people look small. Big D makes Valgares look small. Big D just big booting Valgares. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen Valgares manhandled in this way. But Big D, you know, he's a powerhouse. Look at the strength of Big D throwing Valgares into that turnbuckle post. Valgares turns around. Big D picking Valgares up like a freaking doll, and he just slams him down. Oh my God, you know, Valgares, this is an opponent he has never faced. A kick out. A kick out before the one from Vasquez Valgares, a very resilient man. Big D going for an elbow. Valgares knees him. He's overhead punching Big D into the corner. And Valgares throws Big D onto the floor. Valgares up onto the second rope. Look at this. He's looking left and right. Massive body splash from Valgares, crushing the ribs of Big D. Valgares getting the leg hooked. That's one. A kick out on Big D. You know, these two men are the sort of guys that are going to take a lot of beating to stay down. So far, we've barely seen a one count from either of them. Big D blocking Valgares' punch, using a side headlock and elbows to the back of Valgares' head. Big D, a massive kick to the chest, and he runs in and punches Valgares in the jaw. Big D using a side headlock. Look at the strength in Big D, picking Valgares on a high-impact slam there. High-impact body slam, crushing the spine of Vasquez Valguez. Vasquez Valguez turns the hold around, pushes Big D away, runs in, STOs the big man down. Not a lot of people I know could STO Big D and successfully take the guy down, but Valguez is one strong, mean son of a gun. An elbow to the face of Big D, launching an overhead barrage here, and Big D a big boot again, kicking Valguez away every time he goes for this combination of strikes. Big D resilient to these strikes and punching Valguez into the corner. Valguez double feeds Big D away, shoulder blocks Big D, knocks him off his feet. Absolutely huge strength there from Valguez. This is like Battle of the freaking Titans. Big D pushing Valguez back. Look at this. Big D now kick to the chest and stomach area of Valguez using a side headlock. D using an Irish whip, feigns him in, but Valguez kicks him right in the stomach. And now Valguez trying to take control with an arm bar here. Look at this. Holds the arm straight and headbutts the elbow. Enough to knock Big D down, and Valguez just hammering some mounted punches and slams Big D's head on the mat. Valguez staying on the attack here, picking Big D up to his feet. Look at this. Look at the strength in Valguez, picking Big D up. Look at that backbreaker right on the knee. Vicious strength from Valguez for the cover, and Big D puts his arm out and grabs the rope. So it's not even a one count, rope break from the referee there. Big D pushes Valguez away, drags him into a side headlock. Big D using an Irish whip, drags him in. Look at this. Sidewalk slam from Big D. Vicious power. Big D leg hooked. That's one, and a kick out on one by Valguez. These two men, they're like freaking bulls in a bullfight. They will not back down. They will not stay down. Big D planning here, side headlock, transitions it in to an abdominal stretch, not the sort of submission you want Big D applying to, just stretching Valguez. You know, he can snap the freaking guy in half. Big D applying the pressure, look at that, where he's bending and twisting the spinal cord of Valguez. You can see Valguez is in visible pain here. The referee is saying if you need to tap, you need to tap. You gotta tell me. Valguez, look at the strength of Valguez. Hip toss reversal on Big D. Not the smallest guy in the frickin' town, but somehow Valguez found the strength to hip toss a guy the size of Big D. Unbelievable, unbelievable. The fans on their feet. And now Valguez, look at this, picking Big D up. Look at that. Look at that rib breaker on Big D. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that on Big D. That is unbelievable. And a knee to the back of the head of Big D. Valguez staying on the attack as he lifts D up to the feet. Look at this Irish whip. Feints him in a headbutt and he knocks Big D down. Unbelievable from Vasquez Valguez. Irish whip feints him again. Another headbutt. What is his head made out of? It must be made out of freaking concrete. Valguez picking Big D into his signature maneuver. Oh my God, full Nelson slam all the way to hell. And Valguez now torning Big D up for a Valguez Express. This could be over. This could be over for Big D. He turns around. What the hell? Big D's put Valguez in a powerbomb. Look at the strength of Big D. Powerbomb. Oh my, what the hell? He's picked Valguez up again. Second powerbomb. I don't believe it. He's picking him up again. Third powerbomb. Oh my God. Decimating Valguez on the floor. And now Big D torning Valguez up. Oh my freaking God. That I can't believe what I've just seen. Valguez stumbles around Big D. Hand around the throat. Hand around the throat. Choke slam on Vasquez Valguez in the center of the ring. Big D gets the leg hooked. That's one. That's two. That's three. Valguez gets his arm up. Somehow Valguez kicked out, and I have no idea how the hell Valguez kicked out. The Big D staying on the attack with knees to the chest cavity, slips under Valguez's arms. And look at this, Big D, so much strength, spinning backdrop, crushing Vasquez Valguez like a freaking drinks can. Unbelievable. And oh my God, look at the strength in Big D. Look at that, a rib breaker, a massive high angle rib breaker. Rolling Vasquez over, lateral pin, that's one. That's two. Then again, Vasquez Valguez kicks out. What do you got to do to keep this guy freaking down? Running DDT from Big D. Definitely controlling the tide and pace of this battle now. Valguez in a bad way. Blocks a punch there. Puts Big D in a side headlock. Elbow to the back of the head. Vasquez Valguez trying to take a comeback here. Punching Big D into the rope. Look at this. Valguez lifting Big D up and he drops his head onto the top rope. Vicious move from Valguez. Mounting Big D here. Lifting the head up. Just mounting punches straight in the forehead of Big D. Valguez trying to make a comeback after taking a horrific beat in the hands of Big D. And look at it. Look at this. The strength. Vasquez Valguez fall away slam on Big D. I don't believe my freaking eyes. Valguez banging his chest. He picks Big D up. He's ready. Double axe handle there. And another double X handle by Vasquez Valguez, picking Big D up into an Oklahoma slam. Big D turns it around. Reverse DDT from Big D, using his weight to counterbalance the attack there. And now he's throwing Vasquez Valguez into the corner. And Big D, a massive body splash there. Valguez comes out stunned. Big D picks him up onto his shoulder, throws him face first onto that turnbuckle cover. Big D off the rope. Big boot to Valguez, bouncing off the ropes again, going for a leg drop. Valguez rolls out the way, and now Valguez, look at that clothesline there from Valguez. Double axe handle to the forehead of Big D. He picks Big D up, gets the Oklahoma slam, and he nails Big D. Valguez turning to show his power as he picks Big D up. He turns him around. He's locked it in again. The 4-Nelson slam, and he slams Big D down. I can't believe he can nail that on Big D. And now Valguez turning Big D up for a Valguez Express, and he's locked it in. He's lifting Big D up. Look at the strength of Valguez. He walks with him. Valguez Express, and he nails it. Unbelievable. I cannot believe my eyes. Valguez dragging Big D away from the ropes. He rolls him over for the lateral pin. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3, another very impressive victory for Vasquez Valguez there, defeating Big D. You know, where does this put him in the food chain in the XWF? Who next? That's the question for Vasquez Valguez. You know, there's no denying that he has absolutely dominated the competition, anyone who he faces at the moment, and Big D took the fight to him like none other. But tonight, Vasquez Valguez come out on top. Great match, and I hear we're going backstage now. What's this? It's Crow, and Crow says, the crows are talking to me. I hear their calls. The crows tell me that someone threatens them, threatens us. Nightmare, you want to challenge me at Warpath? Well, the crows sense that you feel alone. You're a middleman, no friends, no allies. You're stuck in limbo, you burned all your bridges, no one trusts you. You don't even know your own feelings anymore. Well, I felt that feeling. Aiden Black, he felt alone. Aiden Black was a broken man. But I took that hate, that pain, that anguish, and I changed. It takes something remarkable to do that. That's something that you're not, Nightmare. You think I'm afraid of nightmares? I thrive from nightmares. See you at Warpath. Very cryptic, you know, Crow's backstage segments, they're very strange and demented, but I guess Crow is a demented man, and we're gonna see Crow versus Nightmare as he has accepted Nightmare's challenge at Warpath. I'm looking forward to that match, see how that unfolds. And we're moving straight on to the main event here tonight. Cut Your Teeth Challenge. Who is it? That's Kid Wild. It's Kid Wild, the Wolf Kid Wild from the ELW. You know, one of the most prestigious wrestlers from their roster. I can tell you now, he did in fact win the ELW Royal Rumble back in 2006. You know, that's one of their biggest events, their Royal Rumble. Once a year, and Kid Wild did successfully beat 29 other men in that Rumble match. You know, there's more to his name though. It's not just the Royal Rumble. He's a 3-time ELW World Champion. He's a 2-time ELW ECW champion. That's their Extreme Rules, Street Fight, and that sort of stuff, division. And also a 4 times ELW Tag Champion. So, you know, he's got a lot to his name. He's a great wrestler, very well respected from the online community. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do here tonight at the XWF. You know, Cut Your Teeth was moved to the main event, and I was a little bit skeptical about it. What if somebody green from another fed came, somebody who's new, somebody who's only had a couple of matches came over? You know, I didn't think it would be able to stand up to a main event. Luckily, don't have to worry about that. Kid Wild, like I said, one of the most respected wrestlers from the ELW. He's got a big fan base, you know, I even see a Kid Wild fan. A guy with a shirt wearing it earlier coming into the XWF building, so... You know, he's definitely well respected, definitely well recognized. You know, I just think Cut Your Teeth is great, to be honest, guys. I mean, you know, we've had DJ Hero, we've had Alias, now we've got Kid Wild. Who else? You know, where does the list end? They're all top-notch superstars coming over here. Works out well for everyone, and the best thing about it is you get to wrestle people you never would ever wrestle normally. That's why I think it's great, and the owner, you know, he was great to come up with such a inventive initiatives such as Cut Your Teeth. So let's find out who Kid Wild's going to go against. I'm interested to see it. You know, I don't know. I don't know who I'd like to see him go against. I guess I'm just going to let him roll the dice and see what happens. What the hell? Tommy frickin' T. Thomas, what's he coming out here for? He's got no business here just because he moved it to the main frickin' event. And Tommy T. Thomas says, hello there, Kid Wild. I've been looking forward to coming out and speaking my mind on one of these Cut Your Teeth segments. You know, what the hell? Why does he have to get involved? Just let us do the Cut Your Teeth, man. And Tommy T. Thomas says, when I ran the XWA back in '07, I had one plan of action. Destroy all competition. And that's what I did. I had the biggest stars. I had the most exciting show on the internet. Any Fedham promotion that tried to stand up to me was buried by my very hands. He's true, he's right, he did bury a lot of competition. And Tommy T. Thomas says, now let me tell you something about this Cut Your Teeth crap. Whoa, 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 it is not crap. Tommy T. Thomas says, the owner doesn't trust his own talent enough. That's why he uses other feds' wrestlers. And he uses it all for just a spike in viewing figures. I say the owner takes his tongue out of all these other federations' asses and speaks the truth. And the truth is that all these other federations suck. Whoa, 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 that's disrespectful. And Tommy T. Thomas says, that's right, Kid Wild. The ALW is trash. Just like the PWF, just like the OCW, just like the YWE, the NSWL, just like FAM, just like MPWF. I can't believe he's saying this. And Tommy T. Thomas says, and any other pathetic federation or show that is out there. When I own the XWF 100%, which I assure you will happen, I will crush every show out there just like I did before. This is unbelievable. And Tommy T. Thomas says, so Kid Wild, the reason I moved the Cut Your Teeth Challenge to the main event is because I wanted to use you as an example. Enjoy your match. Oh, and one other thing. Well, what? What's the other thing? It's Extreme Rules. What? You can't frickin' do that to someone coming over for Cut Your Teeth. For God's sake, man, it's just a fucking friendly match. They come over for a friendly match against one of the XWF roster. And Tommy T. Thomas makes it a frickin' Extreme Rules match. And what the hell? Who's Tommy T. Thomas got? What?
Ice, my pedigree chums.
You are frickin' kidding me. Damage.
Now,
Damage! This is ridiculous. Tommy T. Thomas, he's losing his frickin' head. You know, like I said, Cut Your Teeth is so a guy can come over to the XWF, have a nice, friendly, competitive match with one of our roster members. You know, maybe they win, maybe they lose, everyone's happy at the end, they shake hands, they go home. Frickin' Tommy T. Thomas has made it a no-holds-barred, Extreme Rules, whatever you want to call it. And then he's put one of the most dangerous men we have on the roster, Damage, in the ring with Kid Wild. You know, I'm glad that it's Kid Wild. At least we know it's somebody that can stand up for himself. Like I said, he's been previous ELW, ECW champion. You know, he had a brutal feud with a guy called Domination, which was very bloody, and there was a lot of street fight and no-holds-barred stipulation matches in that feud. So we know Kid Wild is not a guy that has a faint heart. We know he's a guy that can give it as good as he can take it. But I still think this is unfair. You know, he shouldn't have to be put through this, man. Kid Wild has just come over for Cut Your Teeth. Not a freaking Extreme Rules match. Tommy T. Thomas, he's a sick man. But Kid Wild ain't backing down. They're going in now. The ref's rung the bell. Damage and Kid Wild locking horns. Damage wins. Kid Wild elbow to the chest there. Savage kick right there in the chest. Knocking Damage down. Kid Wild going for an Irish whip. Damage turns into a whip of his own. Runs in, goes for a shoulder block. Kid Wild moves out. Drop kick there in the corner. Sit down style. Beautiful move from Kid Wild. Irish whip again. Damage reverses it. Runs in and nails the shoulder block that time. Right into the chest of Kid Wild. Sit down senton splash. Crushing Kid Wild against the corner there. Now Damage using a leg trip there, grabbing the ankle and snapping the leg of Kid Wild. Vicious maneuver. You know, these two guys are very similar. Both light heavyweight, both athletic, both fast on their feet, both hardcore wrestlers, both at the top of their game. And look at that old Kid Wild off the rope with a neckbreaker drop, reversing Damage's offense. Kid Wild off the rope, cross body. Beautiful move, planting Damage into the mat. Kid Wild stand on the attack as he picks Damage up, using a side headlock here. Look at that judo arm throw. Grabbing Damage by one arm, using a lot of strength to throw him over. Kid Wild goes for a clothesline to the back of the head. Damage ducks under. Look at this. Irish whip draws him in a clothesline, short arm style. And oh no, look at this. Look at that. Bends the arm up and stamps on the elbow. Vicious move from Damage. Slipping behind Kid Wild here, waist lock. Kid Wild turns around, transitions it into a side headlock, and now Irish whips Damage, throws him into the turnbuckle, a vicious punch to the forehead there. And again, Damage blocks the punch, throws Kid Wild, swaps positions, kicks him in the stomach, drags him out. Kid Wild holding his stomach. Damage flipping over, sunset roll up. That's one. That's two, with a kick out on two there by Kid Wild. Not enough to keep the kid down. And Damage, look at that kick right in the drop kick, right in the chest cavity. Knocking Kid Wild clean off his feet. Damage stand on the attack here. Throws Kid Wild over the ropes. What's he got lined up? Kid Wild pushes Damage away, punches him forearm style in the head. Kid Wild springboard, elbow in the chest there from Kid Wild. Very athletic move, innovative, and now lining an elbow drop to the other side of the chest, softening Damage up. It's a great tactic there. Kid Wild slips on the Damage. Look at this, arm under his head. Look at that beautiful backdrop, dropping Damage on the lower neck and spine. Drop kick in the face of Damage. Damage getting up to his feet, and another drop kick in the face. Kid Wild holding his weight here, an elbow drop to the chest of Damage again. Kid Wild getting the leg hooked. That's one. That's two, and a kick out on two by Damage. It's not enough. It is not enough. You know, last person I thought I would see doing cut your teeth is freaking Damage, but Tommy T. Thomas had different plans. Damage, forearm smash, pushing Kid Wild away. Damage going up to the top rope. Look at this. Dual piston drop kick right in the chest, knocking Kid Wild cleanly off his feet, winding him. Damage staying on the attack as he picks Kid Wild up, puts his head in. Look at this, arm over. Oh, look at the strength of Damage. Beautiful vertical suplex from Damage. Kid Wild landing right on his tailbone. And now Damage making his way outside the ring. What is he planning? He's making the most of this Extreme Rules stipulation that Tommy T. Thomas added to the match. He's got the kendo stick. Kid Wild up to his feet. Damage right across the stomach with the kendo stick. Kid Wild collapses to the mat, and now Damage just whipping him across the back with that kendo stick viciously. And all Damage, the innovator of violence. Look at that, stamping the knee onto the kendo stick. Kid Wild holding his knee out of pure pain, and Damage just lining him up. Look at this, arm over. He lifts him up into a vertical suplex. Look at that, drops his down face buster onto the kendo stick. Damage will always find a way to use a weapon that you've never seen. Leg hooked, that's one. That's two. That's three. Kick out just before the three by Kid Wild. The guy is not about to go down, but a spinning heel kick there from Damage to the jaw, knocking Kid Wild off his feet. And now Damage slipping underneath the arm. Look at that backdrop, dropping Kid Wild right onto the lower neck. Vicious move. Kid Wild had great offense at the start, but Damage is all over him with a T-bone suplex. Vicious tenacity there from Damage, a violent man. Going outside the ring again. What's he looking underneath for this time? What the hell? He's got a freaking ladder. No rest for the freaking wicked when it comes for Damage. Okay, wow, missile drop kick off the top rope. Just knocked that ladder right into the face of Damage. Both men are down. Kid Wild's up. Kid Wild is up. What a bump. What a spot to take. Selling his own body on the line in the name of offense, and an elbow over the apron here. And Kid Wild now, he's got the ladder. What is he going to do with it? He's lining it up on the apron. He's running up and he's running up. And that's kendo stick. Oh my God. He just took Kid Wild out mid-air. And now he's just whipping him across the stomach with it. Unbelievable. Damage just grabbed that kendo stick and knocked him out of the air. Kid Wild did not see it coming. Now Damage throwing Kid Wild over the apron. He's holding on, but Damage snapping him across the top rope. Kid Wild flying to the outside. Damage getting out, and he's grabbed the ladder. I don't know what Damage has got planned here. He's setting it up. Oh no, is he going to go for an elbow from the top? Unbelievable. Damage climbing. Kid Wild is up. Kid Wild is up. He's got the kendo stick. Oh my God, he hit Damage with it. And again, Damage falls off the ladder, hits his head on the back of the audience barrier. And Kid Wild slams the kendo stick, goes for the cover. That's one. That's two. That's their kick out just before the three by Damage. These two men, to be fair, Kid Wild is going for it here and cut your teeth. Slamming him on the audience barrier and headbutting Damage there. Great offense there from Kid Wild, picking Damage up to his feet, slams Damage into the audience barrier. Oh, Damage knees him in the stomach. Not about to take it. He grabs Kid Wild and throws him into the audience barrier. This time, a headbutt of his own there from Damage. Kid Wild collapses to the outside. And Damage picking Kid Wilde up. Look at this, slamming his head onto the ring post, rolling him in. I don't think Kid Wilde knows where he is now. And Damage going under the ring. What has he got in mind this time? Oh, God, he's got a freaking table. Damage is not taking any chances here. He's rolling in with a table. Kid Wilde running in, goes for a clothesline. Damage ducks, slams him down into the mat. Damage a Matic style move there, and now he's turning Kid Wilde up for a brainbuster. Kid Wilde turns around straight into it. Oh, no, no, no. Damage arm over. Oh, God, he's got him up for the brainbuster. Nails the brainbuster. Oh, my God. This is over. Oh, no, Damage. He's not going for the pin. He wants to cause the guy more pain. He's setting up a freaking table. This match could have been over by now. Setting the table. Luke Lloyd from the crowd. He's running under the arm. Tail him back. Through a table. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Damage did not see that coming. Now Kid Wilde making the most of the situation. It's Extreme Rules. Kid Wilde goes up top. Fang flip. He nails it. His special maneuver. He gets the leg hooked. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Kid Wilde wins. He defeats Damage here on the Cut Your Teeth Challenge, thanks to a help from Luke Loyens, who runs in as Damage was setting the table up. You can see on the replay to hail him back through the table. Unbelievable amount of force from Luke Loyens. And Kid Wilde took it into his own to go up top, perfectly line up. The fang flip, and he nailed it, crushing the chest of Damage. Gets the leg hooked. The ref counts 1, 2, 3. Great victory there. And we're going live now. Luke Loyens offering to shake Kid Wilde's hand, and he accepts the offer. Luke Loyens holds Kid Wilde's arm up in the air as a congratulations celebratory, and Kid Wilde leaves. You know, Damage is going to be kicking himself because he had plans for Kid Wilde to go through a table there before Luke Loyens interfered. But Loyens has a microphone. He's looking down at Damage, and he says, Damage, how does it feel getting screwed? I've had it up to my head with all the crap. As much as I'm glad that Dr. Korn is in the main event, fair play to him, because he deserves it, but I have been chasing that dream for too long now. The World Championship will be mine, but just like every time before, if there's obstacles in my way, I will step over them and Damage you. You are an obstacle. So I say, let's end this. Me and you at Warpath, Luke Loyens versus Damage, and I'll put you in your place once and for all. Luke Loyens will rise again, and Damage is on the floor, too busted up to even agree to the match. We're gonna have to wait for an official word on that. But that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to XWF Aftershock. We'll see you next time at War.